Good morning, welcome back. Thanks for tuning in today. Going to do something a little bit different today, so we'll get started on that in just a minute. As you can see, I've got a painted prepped canvas here in front of me. It's a 10 by 20 canvas. But before I get started, I wanted to show you a couple things I completed recently. Did a couple galaxy pours. If you've watched my video on the pour over my Buddha statue that I did, I dipped a couple round canvases in the leftover paint from the Buddha, and they didn't turn out anything spectacular, but like I said in that video, I was going to save them to do something with them. So I have done something with them. I've done two galaxy paintings on the rounds. So here is number one, which I really like, with the full moon and the clouds. And then this is number two that I just did the other day with the planets. So side by side, they look pretty awesome and definitely go well together. So I'm very, very happy with those. And like I said, I did pour over my Buddha statue, and excuse me for reaching in front there, and he's turned out well. I put one coating of Liquitex varnish on top of him now. Let's see if I can bring him into the picture for you. It's really heavy, so bear with me for a second. That's the tinfoil noise because I had him sitting on tinfoil. And that, so there is, oh, excuse me, he's very heavy. There is my Buddha, looking awesome and shiny and very, very pretty. So I'm gonna probably put another coat on him. I'm not sure yet, but yeah, I'm gonna probably put at least one more coat on him because he is probably gonna go back out of my balcony, although I haven't decided yet. But we'll definitely put another coat on either way, even if I end up keeping him inside. So that is those two projects that I've been working on lately. I hope everyone is still doing well, staying safe, staying home, doing everything we need to combat this virus. I did find myself, it's been 3 weeks now for me, staying home and stuff, and I don't live with anyone, I don't have any pets. So, and even though I've been in daily touch with family and friends, it's been pretty tough. I've been pretty lonely at times, and definitely caught up with me yesterday, but I'm feeling a lot better today. Anyways, let's get on with things. So this is just a 10 by 20 canvas. I'm going to do a drip painting today. I just painted it over it with some paint that I got from the dollar store. The paint is called acrylic, and the color is called eggplant. So I just painted over that. It's not perfectly covered, and you can see that's okay. It doesn't really matter for what I'm doing. So I'm going to try the DecoArt Fluid Art Ready to Pour acrylics with this technique. I have no idea if they're going to work well because they may be too thin, but I'm going to use the fuchsia, which I don't actually have a lot of left. I'm going to use the coral and the lemon and the chartreuse and the aquamarine. So basically with this technique is you're taking, your paint and you're starting at the top of the canvas here, for example, and putting a little drop or starting to squirt it down and just letting it run down the canvas. Obviously some of them will go all the way down the canvas and some will not. Just going to give all these a good shake. So the idea, of course, is to have a variety of lengths and lots of color lines running down the canvas for a quite unique approach. So I'm going to start with the fuchsia only because I don't have a lot of it. Hopefully you can see where I'm starting here in the frame. We'll see what happens there. And I've never tried this before, but I think part of the technique is going to be how much you pour at the top and then just letting it run down the canvas. So sometimes if you put a bit more, obviously it will run down further and even faster. So that's looking pretty cool. So I'll just keep doing that every so often. And we'll let those run down the canvas. All right, that's a good start, I think. So next I'm going to do the chartreuse. And again, we're just going to be spreading things out. Far enough right now, far enough apart that they won't touch and blend into each other. I want to prevent that if at all possible. Hopefully this one's going to go all the way down to the bottom. Just going to keep Adding some paint. That's looking pretty bright and colorful so far. Definitely liking it. Okay. So the chartreuse seems to be a little bit thinner in that it's running off more, although I might have also used a bit more than the fuchsia is, but that's okay. I'll try different amounts of paint for each color, see what happens. This is the, what color is this? The aquamarine that I'm trying right now. Okay, look at that. Beautiful bright colors. I'm loving this. Okay, let's go for the lemon next. Hopefully you'll be able to see the difference in the lemon and the chartreuse on the camera. The chartreuse is definitely green-yellow, but sometimes on camera things don't always look as the right color. Hopefully this is not too close. Don't want it to catch and join in. Okay, so it seems to be staying. Oh no, see how it's starting to curve and blend into the pink there? But hopefully it's going to stay separate. And this one here might be a little too close too, but that's all right. It gives it character. But there you can see where it's definitely joined in near the bottom there. That's okay. So let's do some coral now. Hope everybody's doing okay, trying to keep yourself creative and happy and engaged in things, whether you're alone or with people in your household. You know, maybe getting out into nature every once in a while so that you can get some fresh air and exercise. It's definitely helpful mentally. I'm going to go out again today for a walk in my neighborhood, a physically distanced walk, wearing my mask. Let's see where I can squeeze the coral in here. And one more coral. Okay, so that's looking pretty awesome so far, I think. Really liking that. Got some gaps to fill in. So this is where you can, like, I kind of did the colors in a certain order and followed them, but now I'm going to start kind of filling in gaps where we need maybe a particular color. So for example, more of this aquamarine right there and right here. And maybe right here. Okay. And then I'm going to do some more of the fuchsia in some spots, like right here for sure. And right here. And right here. Okay, looking good. Just gonna let this sit for a minute to let kind of some of them finish dripping, running. So you can see where the coral right here went over into the aquamarine, and you can see where the coral here went over into the chartreuse. But that's okay, I don't mind all that kind of thing happening. Like I said, it kind of just gives it character. But you know, I'm gonna add also, let me see here, just for contrast. Again, I'm going to add some jet black, again using the Deco Art colors. Ready to pour, just for some contrast, because I love contrast. I might even add some white in. Right now I think it's a little hard to see the black on the canvas, but that's okay. It'll show up more from different angles. Sometimes I've got the canvas sitting on two little wooden easels, paint, easels, and that makes it a little bit hard sometimes to pour the paint where I want, because the little top part of the easels are getting in my way, but that's all right. I'm managing. Okay, looking pretty. Let's see what else we could add in. Any other thing we're missing? I don't know if this is going to show up too well because it's a dark purple background, but I'm going to try adding in a little bit of the lavender. See if that shows up very well or not. Because it's a very pretty color, this lavender. The lavender actually shows up quite lovely. I'm really liking that actually. So let's see, put a little bit more in here. And down here. Okay. Looking pretty. Let's just let that sit for a minute, but I think I'm probably not going to do much more, and I probably am going to take this off of the easels to stop things from running too far, although most of it has stopped running, except for the ones that I just did in the last minute. Let me see here though, feeling like there's a gap right here. If you can see my finger at the top there. What color do we need in there? Something bright. Let's try the mint green. So right here. I know some people, some people prefer to use a different, perhaps thickness or texture or of the paint, but I wanted to try these just to see how they would turn out without worrying about extra mixtures or anything like that. And so far I think they're working just fine. Getting a little crowded down at this end. I don't know if I can fit in a mint green here. Maybe right here. Hopefully it's not going to overlap that black too much. And maybe one right here. Okay, so far I've used 8 colors, not including, of course, the base color. But I think that is perfect. I'm going to leave that, and I'm going to put it on pause for a minute there, and then we will come back and I'm going to take it down from the, what do you call them? The little easels, and then we'll have a closer look at them. So we'll be right back. Okay, so here we are. I've taken it off the easels, although I still have it sitting up just a little bit on the little shelf of the easel, just to let it continue to flow a little bit, but slowing things down. But it pretty much has stopped flowing for sure, so I'm really, really liking it. Wishing some of it had dripped down a little bit more in that bare spot, but that's okay. It gives it, like I said, it gives it personality. So let's just move in for a close-up. There's no cells or anything to look here, but I just want to look at here, but I just want to go across the top, and you can see, where colors have kind of touched and blended. And this, unfortunately, the lemon there got a little bit overlapped by 2 colors, but that's okay. And then here we've got a 3-way blending of colors, and then over here we got some more blending. But overall I think this is really cool, really fun, and you can, the combination of colors you can use is like unlimited. There's just no way you could use, you could put it on a black canvas with some white and gray or other colors, or you could do a white canvas and then just use a couple colors or multitudes of colors. I used 8 colors, 9 colors. So yeah, the possibilities are infinite, and I think that's really cool that you can do with this. So just hope you like that, and we will see you back again soon. Have a great day. Stay safe. Stay home.